Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Goda. I'm an electrical and electronics engineer and I have a major in power systems engineering during my undergraduate days in the university. So I have a degree in electrical engineering and specialize in power systems engineering. And yay, today I'm so excited to share with you all what electrical engineering is all about. This broad field that I decided to specialize in has a lot of misconception that people have out there about electrical engineering. When someone hears that you are an electrical engineer, what immediately comes to their mind is this or this. And they think that all electrical engineers are power systems engineers. I mean, immediately you hear about someone is an electrical engineer, they think that you are the one who connects the wires, climbs all the poles, or I don't know, transmit electricity from the generation or distribute electricity around our cities, or you're the one who comes to collect the electricity bills from the users. I mean, people have this different misconception about what electrical engineering is all about. And I'm here to tell you today that that is not all about what electrical engineering is all about. Electrical engineering is a broad field on its own, a very broad field, and it has a lot of subfields of specialty, which means that you and I can be an electrical engineer and we have no idea of what each other did or studied in school. I mean, like, we have different fields that are all based or are subfields of electrical engineering. So today I'm just going to explain to you what these different fields are all about so that you have a broad understanding of what electrical engineering is. And so if you're making a choice on what to major in school, then if you want to study electrical engineering, you will have an understanding what you are looking for and what you are going into. So let's dive into the definition of electrical engineering. What is electrical engineering? Electrical engineers design, develop, test, and supervise the manufacturing of electrical equipment. That is a whole summary of what electrical engineering is all about, or who electrical engineers are. And electrical engineering is subdivided into different subfields. I will start by mentioning the fields. So you might have something like a wireless communication engineer, which could be like network engineering, or you could say telecommunication engineering. All of them are wireless communication engineers. And we could have something like a power system engineer, or you could also have an electronics engineer, or you could have a control engineer and also an instrumentation engineer. So all of these are like subfields of electrical engineering. These different fields are all electrical engineers, but they have other specialties. So maybe in your undergrad degree, you will go and major in electrical engineering, and during the process, you'll be asked to give a specialty of what you want to study. Probably you want to become a telecommunication engineer, or you might want to major in power systems engineer like I did, or you might want to major in control engineering and instrumentation, or electronics engineer. It's all your choice, but it's always good that you have an understanding of what these different types of engineering does as far as the different fields of electrical engineering is concerned. Let's start with the first one, wireless communication engineer. Who is a wireless communication engineer? A wireless communication engineer is an engineer or a person that specialized in research, development, and implementation of wireless technology. So wireless technology, when you talk about wireless technology, talk about things like your cell phone. So your cell phone is designed and implemented like you're able to hear calls from one person to another because of wireless communication engineers. So they are the one who develop these systems, build these systems. This is just an example. We also have anything related to like radio frequencies. They do all this. So when it comes to wireless communications, routers and stuff like that, they are being done by or wireless communication engineers. So if you're really interested or you're someone who have passion for or the curiosity on how telecommunication works, on how cell phones are able to transmit signals from one cell phone to another, or maybe you're curious on how routers work and stuff like that, Wi-Fi, then this field is for you. So you might want to start by studying electrical engineering, and along the process you major in telecommunication or wireless engineering, wireless communication engineering. So what about electronics engineers? What do they do? So electronics engineers design systems like this, and electronics engineers design electronic components, they design electronic softwares, they design electronic products or systems for commercial, industrial, medical, military, scientific, agricultural applicants. So they are the one who design this system. If you hear about probably an oscilloscope and you're curious on how an oscilloscope works, oscilloscopes are being designed by electronics engineers. Electronics engineers also designs like the motherboards of our laptops, how it works. Electronics engineers designs systems, electronic systems like your television, your laptops, your cell phones, every electronics is being designed by electronic engineers. They do the design, they do the implementation, they do the testing, and they are also responsible for the maintaining of these devices and how it works. If you're someone who is curious on how to really build things like televisions, things like cell phones, how to build the motherboards of a laptop, then this field is for you. So you might want to like try out electronics engineering, and which means that you have to study electrical engineering and major in electronics engineering in the process. Now moving over to the next subfield of electrical engineering, which is power systems engineering. So power systems engineering is just a subfield of electrical engineering. And what does a power system engineer does, or who is a power system engineer? A power system engineer deals with the generation, the transmission, the distribution, and the utilization of electrical power system. And it also deals with the maintenance of the electrical apparatus connected to such systems. So they design all of these systems. They do with the maintenance and the design, so they transmit energy. So if you hear about how energy is being generated from maybe a solar plant or a hydroelectric plant, or you can hear about a wind turbine or any form of energy generation. If you hear about how energy is being able to be generated from these natural resources and then transmitted through maybe the electrical wire systems to our homes, then this is the field. Power systems engineers are the one who does all of these systems. They design these systems. They make sure that, okay, electricity does not just end from the transmission zone. It is being able to be carried from the generation center. It's being able to be carried from the generation center through a transmission line, and from transmission to a distribution line where it's being distributed in local cities and towns, and from there to our different houses. And in our different houses we have electrical equipment, like you may talk about circuit breakers, right? what people locally say like metals, electrical metals. Yeah. So we have electrical equipment that are responsible to protect our houses and to make sure that things are put in place so that um, our electrical system or the electricity is well transmitted and reaches different places or different areas in our houses, and also to avoid damaging the equipment. Like every equipment that is being manufactured has its level of electricity that it takes, we call it like the maximum electricity that every equipment can take. So this is what power systems engineers do. They are able to like or maximize the or optimize the power that is being consumed or being taken by these electrical systems. So it's kind of a whole system on its own, but that is what power systems engineers does when it comes to power. Yeah. So they are different from other forms of engineers. Okay, so moving, if you're someone that is passionate about energy, maybe you love how energy is being transmitted from sunlight and then generated through the solar panels, then to be used by electrical apparatus, and maybe you are curious on how sunlight can be able to like generate electricity that can be used for lighting at home, then this field is for you. There are a lot that has to do with power systems also. So power systems does not only works for like our houses. We talk about electrical apparatus to like the industries, big industries which also need power systems engineers. So anything that has to do with transmission of power and distribution to our different areas in our different homes or industries or cities or wherever, this is power systems. So you might have an interest in that field. So yeah, so moving over to the next subfield of electrical engineering, talk about control engineering. So it's mostly given as control engineering and instrumentation, but I'm just going to like give a brief summary of who a control engineer is and who an instrumentation engineer is and the difference between two of them. So a control engineer optimize control systems. Now, what is a control system? You might want to ask. Control system is a set of devices that regulate the behavior of other devices. For example, you might have a variable speed drive, which is like a frequency converter. So you might have something like a frequency converter controlling uh, machines or electrical motors in the industry on how an electrical motor speed is being regulated with respect to the process that is being taken out at that time, depending on the machine that is operating. So that VSDS or variable speed drive or frequency converter, those are control systems put in place. And not that this device is being manufactured by control systems engineer, but the design on how to place this device and other devices to work in order to come out with a good flow chart system is made by control systems engineer. Now, control systems engineers often work together with instrumentation engineers. Instrumentation engineers are there to like design those instruments. They are there to operate the instruments, maintain the instrument as well on how they work. So control systems engineer work with instrumentation engineers in order so the instrumentation engineer can produce the frequency converters, for example, and the control systems engineers are there to align those frequency converters and design a flow on how these control systems are being put in place in order to optimize a control system and make it work perfectly to have the end result. So these are basically different sub fields of electrical engineering, which if you are someone that is passionate about working in an industry, probably you love how the instruments are being designed. Let's take, for example, the multimeter, or you might want to, or you're curious on how multimeters measure voltages, currents, and stuff like that. You love how to design or to learn how to design these systems and other electronic measuring system, then this field is for you. You might want to major in instrumentation engineering. Or if you're someone passionate about working in industries and you're also curious on how systems are being put in place in order to make sure that maybe electrical motors are running properly at the right speed and stuff like that, then control system engineering is what you might want to major in. So if you are passionate about being an electrical engineer in any of these subfields, then you're very much welcome. And I hope that this video helps you out there to be able to like know the different fields that you might want to major in, and if you want to study electrical engineering or not. Because some people actually do like being control engineers, some people like being instrumentation engineers, others love being telecommunication or wireless engineer, communication engineering, some or might like being electronics engineering, and they don't know that these different forms of engineering also belong to a main field called electrical engineering. So you don't know that they have to study electrical engineering in order to become these different forms of engineers. So today, after watching this video, I'm sure that you have an idea of what these different fields are all about. And if you're looking forward to doing electrical engineering in school, then it's a sweet field to major in. So please, you are very much welcome. And one tips that I would like to do another video on electrical engineering, like share an insight how it was for me and why I decided to like major in power systems engineering instead of maybe electronics engineering or wireless communication engineering and any other form of engineering. But right now, I'm so happy that I did this video, hoping that it's going to help you out there who is looking forward to studying an electrical engineering degree in the university and also having some difficulties majoring in any of these forms of engineering. Thank you so much for watching my video from the start to the end. I'm looking forward to doing other similar videos like this in engineering and probably chemical engineering, because I am also a chemical engineering student and I have a lot to share about that. But for now, please do like and subscribe to my channel and also leave a comment on what you think about electrical engineering. For those who are already in the field, please share some tips on my comment section to those who are going into the fields, lessons that they might want to carry with them while going into this field of electrical engineering. It's going to help someone out there. And if you're new in the field, please leave a comment on my comment section on how this video might have helped you to choose a major in what you want to do. Thank you for watching to the end. See you in my next video. Bye.